Okay, so with the fight now, right? I feel like, like you've said in the past, you and Jeff Neal have the same style, so he's probably kind of fought like a version of you in the past. Did you watch that Jeff Neal fight?
Oh yeah, Jeff Neal, man, that's the crazy part. I watch Jeff Neal fights all the time, leading up to my fights in preparation. The Vicente Luque fight, the Wonder Boy fight, and now the Ian Garry fight. I feel like, Jeff Neal does a lot of great things in his fights. And I feel like, already kind of give me a game plan of what I need to do, right? Whether he wins or loses, it don't even matter. I feel like just we take just certain things that he done correct or the things that he done wrong and kind of just put that into play. That makes sense. So shout out to Jeff Neal, big
Shout out
fella.
to Jeff Neal. Yeah.
Yeah.
With Ian though in the Jeff Neal fight, people were critical of Ian, I believe, because Ian kind of took that like the backstep approach, but also he didn't really like lead in the fight. He was waiting for Jeff to lead. What do you make of that? Because obviously you're gonna have to come in there and people are gonna assume he's gonna try to do the same thing to you.
He is gonna do the same thing. You, Ian Gary's not gonna be in a position where he wants to just be right in front of him, right? He wants to have distance. He wants to have space in order to use his long weapons, which is his teeps, his rear leg kicks, or his jab. Like I feel like a lot of people don't realize like some fighters just don't want to fight. They just want to win, right? So Ian Gary does a good job of putting himself in a position just to win, right? Just do enough to get his hand raised. But I'm the type of fighter that I'm gonna force you to fight. Even if you don't want to do this, like if you don't want to do this, then you just gonna run into a situation where you just get knocked out unconscious, or you fight back, right? So I feel like in this situation with me and Ian Gary, I just think that Jeff Neal kind of let him off a hook a couple times. That I'm not gonna do that with him. We're gonna be on him the whole time.
Got you. And with the 5 rounds, do you think that works in your favor? I mean, you're probably gonna obviously say it does, but how are you
No,
feeling
I
about
ain't
the
gonna tell
five
you. I ain't
rounds?
gonna lie to you like that. I don't
Okay.
know. I never went 5 rounds before. I like this test. I like the idea of being able to go into the championship rounds and seeing what my body feels like in the fourth and the fifth. But I have no clue because yet again, the majority of my fights have always gone, what I'm saying, either out of the second with me getting a knockout or, me getting my hand raised. So I just feel like in this situation, me fighting Ian Gary, it's just a good test to see where I'm at and how hard I can push and keep fighting with my style.
Okay. Just because, naturally, right, people say that the person on the bike is exerting more energy. So if you're the one coming forward, it means you're not going to be exerting as much energy.
Right.
So just math would be like fourth and fifth rounds would be easier for you. But
Hmm.
like we said, we'll see how it plays out, I guess.
Exactly, man. Because he is gonna be on the pedals the whole time. He is gonna be trying to move his feet and just try to evade a lot of my shots. But yet again, that's a closed space, right? I'm a it was just like the Wonder Boy fight too, right? You know what I mean? In a certain sense, like every time I move forward, like I crept closer and closer to getting and finding my shot. I feel like it's gonna be the same thing with Ian Gary. Like every time I miss or he evades a punch, it's just gonna get closer and closer as time. And especially having 5 rounds now, it's just like the inevitable is gonna happen. Like I'm gonna knock this kid out. I get 25 minutes to figure out how to knock this kid out.